Okay guys, just want to show you what I'm doing on this Type 2. I was telling John it took a nosedive, which it did, off the back of my truck. I had to make a new lower net cutter, and I'm getting that all straightened out. I want to have it ready for the regatta. Okay, this is what I'm using to hold my propel, and this mounts in the bottom of the ballast tank, which is right here in the middle of the boat. Well, I had to cut this thing out because this thing was leaking, this clippered valve. And the clippered valve wasn't leaking, but the clippered valve that was in here was all corroded, but it was still working. I haven't had this boat in the water in several years. But anyway, I put it down in the sink, and it was leaking around here. So I took it out and I put some what do you call it? Sealer thread on it. Well, anyway, when I was putting it back on, that little brass piece busted off from the clippered valve that goes into the piece that's actually soldered into the cap on the copper pipe. Well, anyway, luckily I had an extra one. I had an extra set of ballast tank parts, and I took it off, and this thing's all sealed up now. It's got propel in it right now, and it's not leaking anywhere. I just tested it, and the way this works is you set it down in the boat, and I fiberglass the four corners down, and it'll lock it in. And I got a new 12-volt battery that just came in today. That's right here. I ordered that. It was $18 plus free shipping. And here's the top of my Type 2. It got damaged too when it came off the back of my truck, and it completely sheared one side of the rail off around the gun, so I had to redo that. And it put a crack up on the front, but that's almost fixed too. I'm using JB Weld to put it back together. But anyway, I got my 2-channel radio out, and I hooked it up to this boat, and everything works. Actually, it's 2-channel receiver right here, still hooked up, and my 15-year-old APC still works from Subtech, and my other little deal down there that trips the ballast tank servo when you lose signal or you turn your transmitter off to get the boat to come back up by itself. That still works. So everything on the boat was working, except I just had a leak in this. But anyway, that's all I was going to share with you guys. But anyway, that's my propel container. Center part of the boat is the ballast tank, and normally this is all. I got this on the bottom, this pipe on the bottom, and then the battery sits right on top inside the ballast tank, and that's the lid for the ballast tank. And this thing also got broke too, but I'm going to try to use that the way it is, but I do have an extra one of those also. Actually, I got 2 of these, so 3 total. So, but anyway, that's what I'm working on. Nautilus is sitting here waiting to be fiberglassed, which I'm just waiting on some warm weather, and I'm going to try to get into that. All right, thanks.